What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I'm getting ready for my live stream. It starts in about 25 minutes. And I have to chuckle here because I was getting set up and I came across an article from Blogging the Boys that literally made me throw up my Italian sub. The article. This is when you know it's silly season. This is when you know it's silly season. 3 reasons why the Cowboys might consider adding free agent quarterback Carson Wentz. It might sound crazy on the surface, but Dallas signing Wentz could make sense from a few angles. It is officially NFL silly as shit season. I haven't even read this. I'm going to read this with you guys because this is, oh my God, 74 Convents, 74 New by Jesse Haney, okay? Okay. With major waves of free agency in the 2023 NFL Draft now in the past, teams are picking through the remainder of the available talent to assemble their rosters. One of the bigger names still unsigned is quarterback Carson Wentz, and there are at least a few reasons why he could make sense for the Dallas Cowboys. This probably sounds like a wild idea on the surface. After all, Wentz has been a full-time starter since entering the NFL. Why would he come to Dallas to take a spot on the bench? And why would the Cowboys want to add him with Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush already set in their roles? Wentz may not have a choice in 23, but to accept backup work, he ended up a quarterback controversy last season with Tyler Heinicke in Washington, and then both of them were dumped in favor of Sam Howell this offseason. Despite being a second overall pick in the 2026 draft, Wentz has lost much of his former luster and now just a 30-year-old player looking for a job. Naturally, there would be some major questions to answer as far as Wentz's expectation for financial compensation and opportunity with the team. But according to at least one source, Wentz does not want to keep playing. Wentz wants to keep playing and is open to a lesser role to make that happen. So why might the Cowboys make sense for Wentz next NFL home? NFC East familiarity. Wentz started with the Philadelphia Eagles and was there for 5 seasons, starting every game he played in. After a 1-year stint in Indianapolis, he was then signed by the Washington Commanders for 22. So not only does he know those 2 franchises, but obviously he has logged plenty of time competing against the New York Giants and Cowboys. The actual value of signing guys from rival teams has always been debated. Strategies and signal changes along with roster and coaching staff, given whatever knowledge a player has on a limited shelf life. That would certainly be the case with Wentz's time in Philadelphia. He left the same offseason with Nick Sirianni, was hired as head coach and brought in a new offensive coordinator. So he's not going to help you with the Eagles. I'm not sure he's going to help you with the Commanders since they got a new offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy. So I'm going to have to say, on that one. So no, there isn't overly compelling reason for Dallas to sign Carson Wentz, but even if it would be unlimited overall, he certainly has more overall experience and insight to share in the quarterback room than Will Grier or some undrafted rookie. Talent. It wasn't that long ago Wentz was playing MVP-worthy football for the Eagles. That was 2017. That was 6 years ago. After they had a 4th-place schedule because they were ass in 2016. But go on. But Wentz still posted a 94.6 rating with the Colts in 21, and you still him doing things in games. Even last year with Washington, that only a handful of quarterbacks were capable of throwing on the run. That's what makes Wentz so intriguing guy for depth. His inconsistency as a starter is rightfully concerning for a team's championship goals, but his ability to come in and do some special things is rarely found in most backups. You know, I'm going to say he had a chance, or actually Washington had a chance, had they not gone back to Carson Wentz and he stunk up the place with 3 turnovers, they probably could have won that game that would have gotten them in the playoffs. So I'm going to say to that one. But when Dallas faced the Eagles for that fifth game in Rush's starting run, you saw where a guy like him caps out as an asset. He simply isn't good enough to compete against elite opposition. A guy like Wentz might be scarier in some situations, but on a good day, and he don't have many good days, guys. He doesn't have many good days. He might give you more hope against the cream of the crop in the NFL. Mike McCarthy. This is reason number 3. This one goes hand in hand with the point on talent. Wentz's style as a gunslinger with a hero ball complex is something Mike McCarthy knows well from his days in Green Bay. Both Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers are those types of player, a bit more successful than Wentz, and that would make Mike McCarthy an interesting coach and play caller now for him if he ever did have to play. McCarthy's increased. Sorry. No. No. Sorry. I just. Are you crazy or just plain stupid? Okay? No. No way. You know where it makes sense? I'll tell you where it makes sense. It makes sense if you are a talking head that wants some controversy and some bull jiggity to talk about. That's the only way it makes any sense. There is no reason. I mean, that would look. You remember when we brought in Andy Dalton? You remember when we brought in Andy Dalton and we heard Colin Cowherd, there's not much difference between Andy Dalton and Dak Prescott. They're the same guy. And I'm just like, what? Yeah. That would be one of those ones. Oh, they brought in Carson Wentz to replace Dak Prescott because, he was drafted higher than Dak Prescott. No. No way, no how. Get the F out of here. Sorry. I don't know that Carson Wentz will get a gig anywhere in the NFL this year. Just don't. In a quarterback needy league, a guy who, as they put it, had so much talent, nobody wants him. Nobody wants him. So, of course, somebody comes through and says, yeah, the Cowboys, they should get him. Man, get out of here with that garbage. Sorry, just stop wasting my time. The Cowboys should sign Carson Wentz. Oh, Lord. All right. 15 minutes to my live stream. Peace.